Hey guys, welcome back to Resin Bell. Today's Magical Miniature Monday. I wanted to show you something that I've been working on. I created the candy cart for the Honeydukes Miniverse series. And my idea for the cart when I first made it was to create storefronts from the Harry Potter world. So I have made my second one, and this one is going to be Borgin and Burke's. So this one is going to be all handmade miniatures, kind of dark and spooky and cursed objects and things like that. And I think that's going to be a whole lot of fun. So each episode of Magical Miniature Monday for the foreseeable future will be working on a Miniverse Honeydukes miniature to go in the Honeydukes cart, and that's what that one's looking like so far. And then the other one, the DIY for each week, will be for the Borgin and Burke storefront. So I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun. Before we get started on that, let's go ahead and make one of the awesome miniatures by Miniverse to put in our Honeydukes candy cart. And if you are looking for one of these carts, I have just started creating kits. I had released some kits last week and they sold out. I only had 12, to be honest, but they sold out in less than 2 minutes. I mean, I literally hit publish on the post and it immediately sold out. So thank you guys so much for that. I appreciate you so much. If you have a laser cutter or like a Cricut maker or something like that, I have created 2 SVG files that are for sale in my Etsy shop so that you can cut out your own. If you want to try to get a kit, I will be releasing them like 12 at a time, just because I don't have room for endless amounts of wood. And these are pretty large. They have a lot of different pieces. They take up a lot of wood. So I have a very small craft room and I don't have a lot of space. So that's the reason for them taking so long and only being released a few at a time. So if you don't have a cutter, you can kind of like keep your eye on this channel. I will release those and let you know on the channel before they are live. So if you have a cutter, you're good. You can buy the SVG file in my Etsy shop, and I will leave those linked in the description box below. Make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button, because I appreciate you guys so much, and it helps the channel out a lot. So let's get started. Okay, so today we're going to be creating the ice mice. Let me grab my recipe book here real quick, and let's find the ice mice. I love this little set here. It's so cute. Let's see, where are we at? Where are my ice mice at? Where are you, ice mice? There they are, ice mice. So we're going to fill our mold up just a little bit. I'm going to cure it. Then we'll put our mice in and add more resin, and then we'll cure it again, and then we'll cure it on the bottom, and then we can demold and stack up our ice mice. So that is a cute little set. I love that the mold really looks like ice, like block of ice. So it's kind of wavy looking. So fun. I mean, come on. Super cute. Let me see here. What the ice mice is supposed to be. Let's see here. Yeah. Seems kind of weird that you would put them in right side up if the bottom of the mold has all the cool parts on it. I think I'm going to put them in upside down and see how that goes. We'll see, because I want that really pretty kind of wavy top to be the top of the ice block, right? You would want your ice to look like ice. If you put them in right side up, then the top will be the flat part that you see on the top here, rather than the top being the ice. So you would want to put your mice in upside down, right? Maybe. That's just my thoughts. I'm going to try it and see what happens. Thinking if I hold the mice upside down with tweezers, I should be able to put them in and cure them, perhaps one at a time. I'm not sure. Anyways, so let's get some resin in here. Okay. Let that settle for a moment and then we'll cure. I have to figure out how I want to do this. Yeah. I love these little Honeydukes little tabs. Taggy tabs, tabby tags. Okay, let's pull some of our mice out. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. I'm gonna have 4 more that I can place around. So yeah, so to do it the right way, well, that's kind of cool that they will set, so I should be able to set them down so they won't like roll over. So let me put some more resin in. Right. I hope you're doing all right. All right. Let's see here. Let me grab a mouse. Put my mouse in upside down. Yep. Just like so. So that when we flip it up right side up, the cool ice mold part will be at the top, right? That's the plan. That is the plan, y'all. Now, in the instructions, it shows that you should place them right side up, but that would be upside down, you know? And I want them to be the right way when I demold them. So don't do it like the instruction says. All right. Somebody got it backwards. Somebody got it a little backwards. All right, so I've got them all in there. Now I'm going to fill up the rest of the mold. And then we can rearrange the mice however we need to after we get the new resin in. Let that settle for a moment. Oop, that had a lot of bubbles in it. That was not my plan. That was not the plan. Bubbles, so many bubbles. Oop, overfilled that one. You don't want to overfill these, otherwise they're not going to stack right. They're not going to set right. You just want to get them just filled up. Scooping out the bubbles with my teeny tiny spoon. Oh. My grandson Niall turned 6 years old today. Well, he actually turned 6 years old. Was it Thursday, I think? Well, no, Friday. Friday was his birthday. Was it? Which day? I can't remember what date was what day. So anyway, we had his birthday party today. And we all went to this cool arcade that we have. It's called Arcadia Retrocade. And they've got all the old console games and all kinds of cool games, you know, like we would have gone to in the old arcades, and like they used to have at Pizza Hut, and you know, the skating rink. I might be showing my age here, y'all, but we had a really good time. It was a lot of fun. Got to play some of the old games with him, and that was really fun. So it was pretty awesome. It was an awesome day, and I'm glad he had a good birthday. It was definitely a day worth celebrating. He came into the world, and my daughter had had several ultrasounds, and every ultrasound said she was having a girl. And so everything she had was pink. And then he popped out a perfectly formed, beautiful little boy. And yeah, so it was pretty crazy. We were not expecting a boy, and it was a very beautiful surprise. So happy birthday, Niall. Grammy loves you. All right, so now I'm just curing up my ice mice. We'll cure the bottom first and then flip it over and cure the top. All right, so here's the ice mice, and you can tell that it's got that nice little color. So yeah, when you go to make these, I would recommend putting them in upside down rather than right side up like the instructions say. Otherwise, this is going to be the top. The nice flat part will be the top, and this really cool molded ice effect is going to be on the bottom. So, you know, if you want that cool ice cube look, keep that in mind. So here we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that beautiful little mousy. That nice molded top. I like it. All right, I just got a little flashing here. Just gonna break that off. Cuteness. Look at the cuteness. All right. Here's our next one. A little icy micey. Icy micey. All right, here, let me start setting these up here. Pull the rest of these out. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. Adorable. I dig it. I dig it. Those are so cute. Oh my gosh. They're so adorable. Oh, so cute. Look how cute, you guys. Look how cute. Oh my gosh. That's so cool. All right, guys. Well, there's Ice Mice. Let's put it in our Honeydukes cart. All right. So here is this one. It's so stinking adorable. It's so adorable. I'm thinking I might put this one over here. Oh, I like that. I like how it steps up. Because you got the two different, you probably can't see that very well. But the height of these, so they can kind of overlap and do like this tiered stacking thing. So cool. I like it. Let's go set that over there. And I wonder, well, that was going to be a little bit different, but I love it. I love it so much. So there's our, oh no. So if you're going to set these up, I think I probably would recommend you put some kind of adhesive, double stick tape, or maybe some museum wax or something on the bottom to keep them from like shifting around and, you know, falling off just like this one just did. But I think those turned out super cute. Love them so much. All right, so I think now we're going to go on and do the DIY for this week, which I'm really excited to share with you guys. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, so for my first project for the Borgin & Burke's trolley, I am going to make some Death Eater masks. I think that's going to be pretty cool. So I have this Shadow High doll that I have had for a while and wasn't quite sure what to do with her. So I think I'm going to use her as my Borgin & Burke's patron, and I think I'm going to make her a cloak and, you know, a mask and make her all like spooky. She'll be right up there. She's, as a Shadow High doll, she's going to be perfect for that. So what I have done is I've just taken some saran wrap and wrapped her face and wrapped up all around her hair, and then put some tape to hold it all in place. That is so that we can create a mask over her face with some Sculpey clay. And I've done this once before, a long time ago, when I made a mixed media art doll. I made a cat with a cat bone face mask to go on it, and it turned out really cool. So I'm hoping that this will turn out cool as well. But you know, it's all just crafting. I don't really know what I'm doing, y'all. I'm just doing it. But yeah, so that's what I have done to prepare the face so that I can use the doll as a mold basically to create the mask. So I'm just going to take some of this living doll, Super Sculpey living doll. I found it at Hobby Lobby last year, clearanced, so I got a good deal on that. So I'm going to go ahead and use some of this to create a mask. So I just need to condition the clay. I'm just sort of rolling it out to make sure that it is kind of an even thickness. That's what I've got so far. And then I'm just going to lay it down on top of her face and press Okay, so that's what I've got so far. Take my little tool here and try to feel where the eyes are. I'm just going to very carefully cut. Don't want to cut through my plastic, so I'm very, very shallowly cutting these eyes. And I definitely don't want to damage my doll, so very, very carefully. And that will help me to see where her eyes are. She's peeking at you. It's kind of creepy. It's very creepy. Okay. Start cutting away. Where her eyes are. Just pressing this so that I can find the outline of the lips, which I believe are right here, and kind of the outline of the nose, and then I can kind of change that. She look creepy. Dang, girl. All right, so yeah, just trying to get an outline of the lips here. So I know exactly where they start and where they go from there. So I believe I have a pretty good outline of them right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut some slits. He's Jason's girlfriend. Oh, watch out, y'all. Oh, man. That's funny. Yep, she coming for you. Creepy girl, creepy girl. Creepy girl. Alright, so there I got her little mouth hole. Jeez, she's creepy. Creepy, y'all. Creepy, creepy. Alright, so now I need to kind of refine a little bit. I'm going to put a lot of details on here with some little snakes. This is not going to be like a reproduction of any particular mask, but just kind of like my own Death Eater mask. That's the fun of it. There's different ones and there's lots of details, and you can just have fun and, you know, make your own designs, and it's going to be kind of fun, I think. Okay, so I'm going to call that good, and I'm going to go ahead and cut the plastic wrap off. So I'm going to have to take the tape off first. Try not to disturb the mask. Do it very carefully. Carefully. Alrighty there. That is our mask. Now it's not going to look perfect from the back, but it's not bad if you pull your plastic wrap tight. So I'm just going to set this back on her face just to make sure it's like, you know, working like it should. And I'm going to let it get cool because I've been, you know, messing with it so it's warmer. So I'm just going to let it sit there and let it get cool, so it'll harden up just a little bit. I think I'm going to grab some tin foil, and then I can set that on my tin foil. But you have to peel the plastic out. You can't bake it with the plastic on, y'all. But I'm going to let it cool off a little bit because I've been handling it. Okay, so you're just going to very gently peel the plastic wrap off before you bake it. You want to be melting plastic in your oven, okay, guys? All right. So there is our Death Eater mask. And we just got to bake it. Okay, so before I bake it, just to give it a little more stability so it doesn't, you know, move around while I'm baking it, I am going to fold tin foil once, twice, 3 times. And you can have a little more if you want, but this will make it a little more sturdy, and you can go a little thicker than that if you want to. I think I'm going to go ahead and fold it. So that is like basically 8 thicknesses, right? So what I'm going to do, take my mask off, set it down. I'll take this and I'm going to form it to her face. For the most part. Best I can anyway. It is tin foil. Okay. And if you hold it in all the areas, and then smoosh it and smooth it. Going to give me a honestly, I should have done this from the beginning. Not even bother with plastic wrap. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Just to put it on the tin foil, that would have given it, I mean, it would have made a lot more wrinkles and stuff in the back, but okay, so now I have this. And that should hold it in the shape that I want it while it bakes. Yep. Let's go bake that. Okay, so this came out of the oven, and it's a nice little cute little mask, and the inside is fairly smooth. I think, like, I think I have done it this way in the past and I just forgot, where I formed it on the tin foil, but the tin foil leaves all these little cracks and bumps and wrinkles in the back of the mask, and it's really difficult to get the tin foil off sometimes, depending on what's wrinkled in. So I think the method of using the saran wrap first and then just gently peeling it out works the best, and then putting the mask on a form, a tin foil form after the fact to bake it on to keep it in place works really, really well. I mean, it fits her face really good, like perfect. So she's so creepy. Anyway, I'm going to create another mask, a different style, so that I can put it in the Borgin & Burke's cart. And, you know, just kind of like a thing for sale kind of a thing. So I'm going to do that next. Okay, I think on this one, I'm going to use a stamp and see what I can get as far as designs, I think. Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. Interesting. Okay. You can kind of see that there's kind of like a cool filigree design on there now. Okay, so here's my first one. Creepy. And here's my second one. Also creepy. So I think the next thing I need to do is put some silver color on those. Okay, I think I'll do one with silver rub and buff and the other one with black rub and buff, but which one? Or maybe I'll do them both with silver and use the black to add some accents. Or a black acrylic wash might be cool. That might be kind of awesome. Well, let's see what we can do here. Get our color on. I'll do the main part, and then I'll use a brush to add silver to the rest. What's wrong, buddy? What's the matter? Oh man, those look creepy. So now all I need to do is make her robe. Okay, so I am working on the cloak, and because of how long the hair is on these, you can't really put it inside of the cloak, otherwise the cloak would be like this massive thing. So what I'm doing is making a hood and then making a cloak to go with the hood. So this is basically the shape of the hood. I know it looks like big enough to be a cloak, but it's not the cloak. So I have basically just taking it straight across here about an inch, and then across kind of a diagonal, and then straight across. And this is going to be big enough because they have pretty big heads, so this will be big enough to go around. So I just folded the edge, the front edge back, and sewed along both of those sides, and then sewed straight across here. So then I got to turn it right side out, and I will try to put these measurements in the description box so that you guys will have them if you're wanting to make your own cloak. It's pretty simple. Okay. And that's what the little hood looks like. So that is it turned right side out, and that's basically what it looks like, right? And I'll show you. Let's put her little mask on, little ugly Death Eater mask. Oh, it just gets me every time. Okay, and the Death Eaters kind of have this weird kind of tall hood thing going on. I don't know what that's about, but that is what she's going to look like. She's got the little flaps of her cloak, her hood, and that's gonna, like, her hair is gonna come out the bottom here. Now I'm probably going to put a few stitches back here to kind of gather it just a little bit so that it will stay on correctly. And I may tack the front to the front of the cloak just to kind of give it a little more shape. And then here is my cloak that I have cut out. I haven't sewed it yet, but this is basically the cloak. So what I did was I just took her and laid her out, right? Laid her out and then traced around her and then cut that out. So now all I have to do is sew this V here and then sew these two sides here. Okay, so now I have sewed there and then sewed all the way up down both sides. So now I'm going to cut, because this is two pieces, I'm going to cut the front piece up the center. And we'll have our robe. So you can see, there we go. And I'm just going to turn this right side out, correct side out. Oh, I almost forgot something. Goodness, I just had an Amber Alert on my phone. I hope they find that poor baby. Cut under the sleeves. Okay, now then, I'm going to place her in the robe just to see how well it fits and alter whatever needs to be altered. Okay. There we go. And then this will be just like that. All right, so this needs to be gathered in the back so that it will fit correctly. Just go ahead and do that now. Okay, that's nice. So that fits her much better now. And, okay. Nice. Okay. So there's her little robe. Her little robe, y'all. Her little robe. All right. Get a little piece of double stick tape. I'm going to put it right here. Do that, and then I'm going to de-tacky it a little bit by touching the tape with my fingers. And then I'm going to push it right there, and that's going to hold her mask on. And then I should be able to remove it just fine. Okay. All right. Now I need her little hood on. Oh my goodness. She's gonna be so creepy. So creepy. Okay. I think I need a little bit of gathering here. Oh my gosh, she's so creepy, y'all. Oh my gosh. She's so creepy. Creepy baby. Jeez. She's so creepy. She definitely looks like a Death Eater. Minus the purple hair, but you know. Oh my gosh. She's so creepy. Creepy baby. Creepy baby. Alright, so I'm going to mark this area with some pins. Where's my other pin? What did I do with it? I don't know. And mark this side with a pin. And then I can do a little bit of gathering there. Whoop. I pinned her hair in on both sides. Oops. Alright. Do a quick in and out stitch just to take that in a little bit. Okay, you guys, she is so stinking creepy. Oh man. But you know, Death Eaters in Harry Potter are pretty creepy, you know. I mean, come on. So there she is with her creepy outfit. You know, and if you just wanted to, you can leave her like that if you wanted to. But yeah, she's kind of creepy, y'all. She's kind of a creepy girl. Anyway, well, that's what they look like. Oh, I don't like it, but you know, there it is. God. Oh, but she kind of a cool, creepy cuteness, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so there's her. And then we gotta figure out how we want to display the other Death Eater mask in the cart. Okay, so I think her hat is a little too big, a little too tall. And so I think I'm going to take it down a little bit so that it's not quite so tall. Plus it kind of comes down over her hat, her mask. So I want to kind of take it maybe like this. Kind of help with how it fits around the mask. It's just a little too big, so I'm going to sew across here, something like that, so that it's not quite so bulky. Okay, that fits her way better. It like actually comes up to the top here, and yeah, I think that's much better. And if I pull all the gathering to the back, then the sides lay a little better. So I think that looks pretty good. A lot better than it did before. It's not so overpowering for her. But yeah, she's still freaking creepy. But yeah, all right. So I think the last thing I need to do is fold over these front edges and just hem them on the front. Okay, I think that looks a lot better. It's not quite so overwhelming. And then I took the wand that I made in a previous Magical Miniature Mondays when I made an Ollivander's wand box and put that in her hand. And the way I did that is I just put a little piece of double stick tape inside of her hand, and that allows her to hold a wand. So I think she turned out pretty cool. She's a bit creepy, but that's kind of the point. And so now I just need to figure out how to add the mask to the cart. Okay, so I just grabbed a little scrap piece of wood, but you can cut a piece of wood, a popsicle stick, something thicker, and I just laid it behind the mask. I'm going to glue this to the cart, so this is just going to be, you know, right there. And then I marked 2 little dots so I know where to put my wires at, and I drilled those holes with a very tiny drill. I took a piece of wire and I cut them and then bent them at a little L, And then those are going to fit right there. I'm going to glue those so that they don't move around. And place those in like so. And then created a little rack to hang the mask on. And then the mask can be taken off. So I think that's going to work out pretty well. I'm going to glue these in so that they aren't moving around on me. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. It's pretty sturdy. So I'm going to paint it up real quick using some black paint. Okay, there it is, all finished up. And of course I had to get paint all over myself because that's just how that works, man. All right, so I'm gonna pull this around here and I will change the camera angle. Okay, I think I'm gonna put this on here, right here. I gotta figure out how low can you go? About where I want it. I think right about there is going to be the spot. All right. And center it as best I can. Excellent. Just gonna let that dry for a little bit. Okay, this is ready. I like it. Awesome. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so now we have a mask for sale at Borgen & Burke's. Yeah, it's kind of creepy. Kind of creepy. Okay, so there we go. We have two different masks for the Shadow High doll. And yeah, it's kind of a cool little element on the end, kind of creepifying for the cart. And I am really looking forward to making lots more stuff to go on here. I found this little, when I was looking for some parts for this, I found this little thing that I made a while back. It's just a slice of polymer clay that I used a stamp into and then baked, so it has this kind of dimensionality to it. So I thought it would be cool to go into the cart. So that's just setting in there. But if you're wanting to create some miniatures, that's kind of a fun way to do it as well. If you got some cool stamps, you can make some neat little miniatures that way. So okay guys, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, or else. See you guys next time. Bye.